Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's grow a garden together. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so we are here and we are watching the dude tear it up with the piano, and Luke has some questions.
It's super cool.
Or like he has reappeared after some
He's
fashion.
here to party hardy.
He's
Party,
like,
party, party.
I want in on the dance floor experience. How'd your errands go?
Got everything I need, I think.
You think?
Rachel's coming over tomorrow afternoon with Karen.
That was fast. Good job. You've already gotten a bunch done over there. How are you feeling? And how far away do they live? And is that a long drive for them? I mean, I shouldn't ask all that stuff because that's really personal, but that sounds awesome. Like Karen's really like recognizing that you're working on it, and maybe things will be awesome.
Right?
How are you feeling?
Nervous, but I think they're both gonna be happy, especially when they see what we're building tomorrow.
Oh, a project?
We're not gonna solve anything with Lily's crap, are we?
I don't
Is this just
know.
going to be the remaining overarching issue that's just going to cause me nothing but extreme anxiety until the very end, and then some sort of Deus Ex Machina is going to blast its way out of my ass and save the game?
And save it. And so, you know
Like,
what?
save the narrative?
You weren't an actual asshole that didn't pay your friend and lied to them the whole time and put them potentially in, at financial
In
risk,
debt.
etc., or in debt for your sake, or even just basically had them budget wrong and then you owe them awkwardly for a great length of time. It's just, we'll put that down to other things. On the other hand, you guys are gonna do a project together? Cool. Sounds like,
Yeah, well, you know me. Always with the projects.
Also going, you're super nervous about them coming over and essentially inspecting your work like, Mr. Jones has been inspecting mine.
Right.
Ms.
Ms. Roberts, thank you for that little reminder of Mary.
Sure thing.
My granddaughter will now convey me to my destination. And now the dog suddenly appears. I actually had wondered where the dog was. The dog had disappeared just poof.
She does.
Solidly.
A lot, frequently. All right.
It's like the dog is honestly act like not a dog. They're sort of just a device.
They're a weird little plot device that's occasionally there who is never, for some reason, happy to see any of their people. I've never seen a dog that's so basically unaffected by the reappearance of other parts of their family that have been missing.
Right? And also the big important parts of their family too.
Like my child!
Uh-huh.
You're my child.
You are the big dog.
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
kind of thing.
no.
All right. I mean, I don't know, but it just feels odd to me.
Right?
All right, to your destination. Oh, are we done here? I guess we're not going to fix up the actual pavilion, which is still a mess? Okay, that's fine. I shouldn't be asking you for favors anyway, because I'm not going to pay. Wow, that piano was amazing.
Play the piano.
Yep.
He means I'm gonna drive him home. Come on, Grandpa. I'm gonna head out too. Wanna do a little prep before tomorrow?
Prep? Like what kind?
I
Oh, he wants to do a little prep. I want to do a little prep. Want to do a little prep before tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I misread
Not like
that.
a question,
I apologize.
like a statement.
But
Bye, everyone, quite
Zoop.
suddenly. Dog, you are my only friend. Somehow you are now my dog, too. I don't know why. Hi, Roxy.
I really don't think Luke likes the dog.
Luke doesn't seem to have any connection to Roxy. Almost like, dog. You're supposed to say I'm dog.
I am dog.
There we go. He doesn't seem to have any connection to dog.
Dog.
I was gonna say, in any way other than I seem to have been saddled with my child's dog that I've forgotten about completely and have been totally willing, without any communication, to let you completely take over the care of. Bye, Luke and Regina and Mr. Jones and all the things.
Everybody, let's start a new day.
That was sort of sudden, so it's a whole
new day. It wears me out.
It's God rewards.
Hey.
All right, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Roxy is having
I'm like,
such a time. Dog is
dog.
having a time. Dog.
I am dog.
I can't do it. Thank you. I am dog.
I am dog.
I love that
I am
reminder.
dog.
Very helpful.
Dog.
What a nice day.
Nice.
Dog.
Dog.
Things are really moving along here. I guess we didn't fix up the pavilion. We just replaced the roof on a pretty damaged building. But hey, that's cool. I wonder if I should call Mom.
Oh my God.
God.
It was her mom.
You think the one at the
I
picnic
think
was her mom?
the older woman was the mom.
Okay, so if you've been watching this series and for some reason didn't watch our Easter special, not that you're obligated to it in any way.
Absolutely.
There were a couple characters there, like 3, that we did not know who were
At all.
And one of them, Scandal suspected could have been Mom. Additionally, though, going, you left your boyfriend/fiance, broke it off with him, moved to a whole nother part of the country, assumably the only other part there is, 'cause
Right.
to the mountains from the city.
Also, I'm like, let
And
her boyfriend
you
go to that
never-
extent, honestly, with that fancy of a car, considering how big of a jackass he might actually be. Like, he really would show up in a back water area. Like, I don't even know, because the thing is I can't tell the tone of this game sometimes where I'm going, where are we supposed to be?
How
What
far
is
away
the
from the
economic
city
class like?
are we?
Are we eating the rich or not? No.
Did we move 1,000 miles away across the country? Did we move like 2 hours away up into the mountains from the city proper?
Right.
Like, how far did he have to travel to get out here? Also, I wonder if I should call mom, going, are you close with your mom? This seems a sudden, like, non sequitur of that. You've had a lot happen in your life.
And now I'm thinking about mom.
Why?
Right?
What
changed?
sparked you to think about mom? I wonder if I should call mom. Why?
Right?
What made you think of her? Guess it's been a while. I guess it's sort of random. Sometimes you just sort of think about people, but usually if you really buckle down, you can figure out what brought it into your mind.
There's actually a lot more usually going on.
Oh God, are you okay, darling?
Whoa!
You look like amazingly sunburned and like stretched out, and holy crap,
I am having
you look terrifying. How about that?
you Yes, okay, that's fine. Like, that looks like such either a way of, like, we're trying to really heavily caricature something, and to me it's not working. That looks more like horror rather than, like, funny or
Yeah, that
quirky.
looks terrifying.
All right, go ahead, keep going.
Maybe she's supposed
Maybe
to
she
have
was.
had some work done. I don't know.
That's so much assuming on our part.
Like
It's
I said,
fine.
I don't know. It makes that illustration makes me very uncomfortable.
Right?
Damn. She also was uncomfortable. She couldn't even load. She was so anxious about our descriptor of her.
You've reached Holly Roberts. Leave a message after the tone.
Beep. Aye.
Whoa.
That's her. You look amazing, dear. Why did they design you like that? You got like a teeny tiny little chin. You got a really distinctive nose type. Like, dang.
Right?
I don't know. Your face seems super
I'm also like,
characterized,
how
caricatured
eccentric
compared
she
to everyone
is.
else.
It's like they're trying to make her look like the stereotype of the wine aunt. And again, this is totally United States, and this is definitely us stereotyping the shit out of her, but I don't know how else to take her, other than she's supposed to be the cool mom, which seems weird for, like, okay.
I don't know if that's supposed to be the cool mom so much as like that's the I'm still hot mom. That's the stereotype
Maybe.
I'm more familiar with is like I'm more like Stifler's
Oh,
mom.
or
I'm
like
the sexy
what's her
mom.
name? What's her name out of Edward Scissorhands? The
Yes,
one who's
that
like,
one.
I'm still relevant.
I'm
still
the sexy woman in the
which
neighborhood.
is not to say that they're not. One of the biggest things that I found to be very frustrating in relevance to basically the culture of like that's built up around women and women's role in society is very much down to how sexual you either are or not.
Yes. In fact, one of the things that one of my good friends that I do movie analysis with, not professionally, but just that's one of the things we hang out and do, talked about how one of the interesting things about Edward Scissorhands is you have a lot of very attractive actresses cast in these very mom kind of roles and, outfits where they very much played them down to be sort of suburbanite moms that are a little bit desperate to sort of find who they are.
Right?
And it's sort of an interesting subtext to the movie. Anyway,
Right.
all right, Holly Roberts. Hey, Mom, it's Lily, but you probably already knew that from the caller ID. Haven't heard from you for a while, just been thinking about you a lot since I got here. Have we?
Have we?
Been thinking about her? We haven't had any dreams about her, we haven't mentioned her, that's the thing of going those tasks. It'd be nice if they were tied to Lily's experience.
Right.
Because if she's been thinking about her mom a whole lot and we're supposed to be sharing her experiences and we haven't had any of that shared experience
at all?
that feels like a little left out to me. Like,
Yeah.
I would have
I was
liked
gonna
to
say,
been
if you're
included.
super involved in basically Lily's process, we really should, as players, in my opinion, be actually like really involved in Lily's process. It shouldn't be something that's just sort of like, oh yeah, as an aside, here's a weird. See, that's the one thing that also I've had issues with, like first-person books, right? First-person character books, where a lot. I don't know if any of you guys ever experienced this, but you read them and you're just like, the character would have talked about that. Why the ever-living shit would they have never
if
brought
I'm
up something?
in their head and you're describing all this extra stuff,
And
also
they
this-
suddenly go, and this thing that I've been thinking about, and you're like, and it's a complete whiplash.
and you're like,
but
I've
you
been
haven't.
in your head where you've been thinking.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
All right. Anyway, so I would like to know the connection to us thinking about our mom. When has Lily been doing this? Why weren't we, the reader, brought in? I know you're probably on a tour bus or whatever. Fashionable vacation, Mom. Just give
Tour
me
bus?
a call.
Is her mom like, I'm a rocker? Is this why she got in with her boyfriend who seems to be that sort of stereotype? Like, that stereotype
Like
of
Lily's boyfriend?
Yeah, Lily's boyfriend. So
What you
again, like
gonna
that
do?
thing about where people go, sometimes what you end up dating is basically some sort of, this is not to be creepy, but it
Are
is
you
kind of a
saying her boyfriend's a groupie to her mom's band?
No, or like her boyfriend is in that range of individuals who do stuff in relation to like bands and
music
tours
business?
and music stuff.
And so he's more like in management.
Because he
and
looks
stuff.
like he's
He
a
is
part
in
of that.
business. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
I don't know.
That'd be interesting if her mom was actually a musical performer.
Right?
You may call back sometime. Love you.
Aw, poor baby.
I
I wonder if in some way, again, like, Lily seems very much like that, very classically abused. We've mentioned it before.
She does.
And I think it's very interesting to have her like that, and it's maybe mistaken on our part, but I think it adds a lot. And also, if it's not intended that way, part of my brain's like, oh my god, what does this mean for how people like to write female characters?
are
or like
interpreting.
women characters?
This is just how women are.
This is
But
what women
I
do.
feel like they are trying to write someone who is abused and recovering, and they're just, you can't go all out on it and still keep it a lighthearted game that millions of people will download.
Right.
You know? But yeah, she really does seem like a very like abused, downtrodden kind of individual going, I'm even afraid to call my mom and say hi, even though I'm thinking about my mom all the time.
Right.
Good morning, sunshine.
I'm also
No
like-
weird dreams last night.
Hang on. So one of my problems though that I also had in regards to like her mom's sort of look. Okay,
Yeah.
this is again me jumping way off on a bad wing. We haven't obviously
You're
met her yet.
interpreting the visuals.
Yep.
Okay.
Is that Lily seems like she's played mom to her mom. Do you get that vibe? Because considering
I
what
look
her...
more like the responsible one than my mom does.
Yeah.
This is my emotional support daughter.
Uh,
I could see that. I would say
I'm not
it doesn't
saying-
mean they're writing that, but again, when we read images, we do read like everybody reads a lot into them, whether they know it or not, whether they have implicit or explicit knowledge of it.
Right.
Like when you see an image, the reason you have a reaction to it is because you've made a bunch of like split-second extrapolations from your brain based on all the experiences you've ever had with those kinds of iconography.
Which is one of those things also where I kind of laugh where people are like, no, I don't judge people by the way they look or their skin tone or anything. I'm like, yes, you do.
You
People
may
do
not-
it instantaneously all the time.
And you might mean I don't judge them negatively because of it.
Right.
But you do have
You do
beliefs
judge, though.
about it.
Yeah.
You do judge. When you see someone, you judge their gender, you judge their age.
Their
Judge
expression.
Judge isn't negative. You judge their emotional state, you judge what their intentions are, where they're probably going.
Right.
Sometimes even you're just looking at someone trying to judge which side of the hallway they're gonna walk on so you can walk on the other.
Right.
That's judging. Some people use judging as I'm specifically laying a moral judgment.
Right.
But we use our judgment to determine our environment.
Right?
So really, you do judge.
You do
people.
split second evaluations all
Yes.
the time.
What you could say is, I don't judge people; I evaluate them. And if you wanna parse them that way, that is true. But the thing is you are evaluating people all the time.
Yes, constantly.
All right, I can't believe it's been almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which means only 2 weeks left. Do I have really time to
No.
spare for Luke today?
We said yesterday no.
We
said the day
we said we
before,
weren't
no.
sure. Well, Mr. Jones is probably right. Kindness is how we get through everything together. Oh dear. Better go see what Luke's big plan is. It'd also be great if you went and looked at all the other areas in your garden, the ones we the player can't see, and sort of like did a long-term project management plan and figured out maybe how much time and how much work each of them might take. Additionally, your dance pavilion is still a mess. You only did the roof and the dance floor. Like, if we go over here,
There's
like,
also still the pizza oven that's still a complete
this thing
wreck.
over here, the boards are still damaged. You know, you've still got a bush growing inside of it.
Whoops, just X out. It's
I
yes, Pep.
accessed
But I'm
it.
just like, what bugs me still is like, there's still pieces of this that are still ruined. Like
I mean,
again,
we didn't do this area
this is.
at all.
But I'm like, that's a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
We
why
didn't do
is
the
that
table, we didn't do
considered?
the oven? Why were we suddenly done? I was surprised at how sudden that day wrapped up. I really
Right?
was. All right, go help Luke.
For-
Like, I really was like, oh, the day is done.
Right?
I am done. We did. We walked from
I
the
am
front of our house out onto the street. Oh, God. But anyway, we walked from the front of our house out onto the street, around down the street, and back over onto here again. Like, we will not walk to his house through the backyard. We always go down the street. Morning, Daddy! I mean,
Oh my God!
I think she's referring to him as you're being a dad today. I really don't think that's supposed to be cheeky.
I know, but you could. So one of the things is actually people don't realize that I think it was back in the 1910s, 1930s, 1920s,
Okay.
at least for the United States. Actually,
hey,
specifically
Daddy-o.
women calling their boyfriend daddy was actually calling them boyfriend.
Which is being
They're
charming.
my daddy. It was just, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't sugar daddy, it wasn't anything like that, but it would also be, hey, daddy-o. Daddy was a friendly name for other men to just be labeled as.
To also, though, be affectionate and also going, this is my daddy, this is my boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
It really was actually that thing. So it's really funny
But
to see
also-
the resurgence of it, honestly, in popular language in regards to
And have
right
it used
now.
very differently.
Uh-huh.
But I was gonna say, but yeah, no, there was that thing of daddy-o when
Yeah.
you're talking to people, like even if you're a man talking to another man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And,
in
even
jazz
guys would be
culture.
like, hey, daddy, what's up?
Yep, hey daddy, like it was a thing. Anyway, it has
Oh
evolved.
my God.
All right, morning, daddy.
Daddy!
Hi. Does she not call you? I was trying to think of a dad-related nickname to call you, and that one just came out. Yeah, she's super skittish. See how much she's like, I thought I'd be playful. Oh, God, I got it wrong.
Right.
Like that is really there, the posture. Can I get a redo? Daddy-o, maybe? Please help me. Hey there.
She's like, I am not in that part of the kink community. Thank you.
Thank.
How about we go with Luke?
Yeah, I renamed the dog for myself, but I guess I can't rename people, can I? Sounds great. So
What are we working on today? Quickly, move on.
What are we working on today? I'm fine. It's fine.
So, over there I'm putting something big up for Karen, and then I gotta get my art set up for sale.
So we're gonna build a swing set where I
Oh.
trimmed your invisible tree.
So we're gonna also set up an Instagram for you. We're gonna set up some art profile pages.
We're gonna get you on DeviantArt. We're gonna make you a portfolio.
Oh,
we're
art
gonna look up on
portfolio website.
Craigslist and see if people have an art, stuff on there.
Honestly, I will laugh my butt off if they go, nope, we're just gonna stick it in the yard. And I'm like, you do not live
We're
in an
gonna put
area.
up a art sale sign for anyone driving by.
I'm like, you're kidding.
You need
No.
the internet, my dudes.
You need the internet.
You need the internet. Okay.
She's like, thank God! Let's move on, okay!
Okay.
Yeah, we are. Really?
Alrighty.
You're kidding.
Build a play tower base.
I feel
it is a play
like
set.
you guys should really...
You really need to be marketing online and also in local venues. If you want to sell locally, you should be making business cards. You should be making little flyers. You should be finding out if there are any relevant art shows that pertain to you. If you really want to sell it.
Right. All right,
That
you
business management
beautiful hunks of junk. Let's find you some homes.
All right. I feel like this one here is gonna fall off the table so
I honestly
hard.
kept waiting for that.
I don't know if it's even supposed to be on the table, but it is super off the edge of the table. He's
Yeah.
gonna be one of those guys that sets his drink right on the corner of a table.
Oh God! And you're like,
just
power move.
always freezing, going, I can't touch any surface ever. Your drink will fall, and he's like, it's fine.
It's fine. You're like, power move. Jesus.
Some heavy lifting later.
Ooh.
We put it out here,
What?
and we organized it as a little
Ooh.
table. Oh, with a
Well, what if
lockbox.
it rains?
I mean, it's all been outdoors anyway, so
That's gonna be terrible though for those people. Can you imagine, especially if you never treated it, never did anything to those sculptures, they just start rusting?
I mean, they don't look like they're rusting, so except for actually the one by the driveway does look like it's rusting. He could be one of those people that considers it to be a progressive piece of art that rusts,
Right.
or some of them could be made out of stainless steel.
Which is fine, but that would be a more interesting story to actually
It
have
would.
the character engage in the thing that they're doing.
Have him talk about any of his choices that he's made, and also, again, one of the things about art, and one of the things that I've learned as an artist, is when you're working with other mediums, a lot of people don't make art to last these days. And if you look at any art restoration, art preservation, anybody who really collects art, there are a lot of people they will not buy from who are just essentially, convention artists, because they go, there's no way to preserve this piece.
Right.
You have done it on really terrible paper. It's not in any kind of protector. It's done with cheap markers, or it's done with disposable paints, or it doesn't have sealer on it, that kind of thing. To be able to buy this piece and enjoy it for years and years, it's going to degrade and fall apart. I would have to first preserve it and then buy a frame for it and then hang it. So even if I pay you, $20, which isn't fair price for most of your work anyways,
Right.
then I've got to put another 120 into it to get it onto my wall.
Mm-hmm.
Which a lot of artists, I don't think, if they're working in cons or artist alleys or local shows, are really, or if they're like fairs and conventions, like outdoor art sales,
Right.
like those seasonal things, or even like farmers markets where some people do art, they aren't really thinking necessarily of long-term preservation of their art hung on a wall. But if you are intending to be an artist in that way, it's really important to think about, if someone genuinely wanted this work to last and to keep it on their wall, what would they need to do that? So
Right.
finding out how to seal your work, finding out what kind of materials it's going to take, finding out if you painted on a wood panel, is that wood panel going to flex or swell? That kind of thing is really important.
Mm-hmm.
And art conservationists have had some really hard times with that in the past, going,
Yeah.
they just painted this on a piece of drywall.
Right.
And the drywall is crumbling. And it is a challenging thing.
It is an experience.
It's funny. I didn't really love your sculptures work, but please also don't let that be stressful to you. Still, your art is valid, your art is really good, but if you're thinking about, again, doing it professionally, and that's where you're trying to go, consider those things when pitching to an audience, and especially trying to attract art buyers.
Yeah.
That one. Okay, all right, relax. Whew. I didn't really love your sculptures before, but now that the rest of the place is so tidy, they look cooler somehow.
I love how much you love art and you don't do it that much.
I am one of those people. If I don't schedule it in, I rarely get it done.
Juxtaposition makes for good art, I guess. Maybe that'll help him get sold.
Possible.
Aye, a lot of rich tourists around here this time of year. Maybe somebody will want to buy them for their fancy hotel or something. Oh, honey, that's not how that works.
Tourists don't usually have a hotel, but maybe a hotel proprietor will want one in their lobby.
That's also, again, not nearly as common.
That's
As you
true.
wanna-
On the other hand, a lot of businesses do have art in them. Most of them are not original art pieces at all. They are manufactured, and they are mass manufactured because you cannot trust your patrons to keep them safe. So a lot of the
Let alone
art,
your employees.
yeah, your employees, your cleaning staff, everyone. So
Right.
a lot of hotel art and a lot of venue art, unless it's specifically labeled as an original art piece, is just there to look pretty, and it's relatively disposable, even if it's a reproduction of a beautiful piece of art, even if you're in a relatively high-class hotel room,
Yeah.
because they cannot trust you not to destroy
That's why
it.
a lot of them also have, so like it really is, they just have prints.
They just have prints. They have
Yeah.
a lot of prints, and they look cool, and art as prints has made a big boom in interior aesthetics of businesses.
Right.
But they're not putting up originals that are being destroyed for the most part.
Right.
All right. Fancy hotel or something. Ooh, right. They have to drive through here to get to the bay.
Oh, you are near the ocean.
Okay.
Damn. You ever been out that way? Are we like in Oregon?
I have
Or Washington?
no clue.
I keep trying to
Big
figure out where.
city that's less than a day's driving distance to the mountains where we are now, because we keep saying in the mountains.
Right.
And there's a bay nearby.
Right. That sounds kind
San
of like.
Francisco? Or no?
No.
The other one. I was thinking of where am I thinking of? Washington? Like Washington State?
Like you said, yeah, Washington
Yeah, it could be
State
Washington.
or Oregon. That's
Could
kind of
be
where I was
Oregon,
thinking.
maybe. I don't know.
You ever been out that way?
Not recently. Maybe when I was a kid?
Well, we should go sometime then.
You and me? Why? I have a... What? We're
have
gonna hang
so
out
much
outside of
work.
work? We've only known each other inside of work, just to be honest.
To be fair.
Maybe as a group. Maybe as a bigger group. Okay. We...
Oh, hey, maybe we should put a sign by the road?
You just kept doing
Dude.
that friendly colloquialism of going, you should go there, and I'm here, so I should take you, and then going, that might mean something.
Right. Honestly, I hope that's kind of what that means, because I have been kind of tired of this of going, like, he is really... I'm not saying that you shouldn't date people or that you shouldn't be interested in other people, but I feel like he has so many other external stressors right now in regards to dealing with his ex-wife, in regards to he just recently got divorced, and also his child.
He's got
And
a
now
lot
he's got
going
a
on.
neighbor who's just gotten out of a hugely abusive relationship,
Yeah.
and also is trying to fix up her land or she will lose it.
And we'll be
This feels kind of irresponsible.
out of house and home, and so it's not
But
a good
that's
time.
me.
It's not a good time to start a long-term complex relationship unless what you intend to knowledgeably bond over is this experience of we both need support in a time that is temporary and intense.
Right?
And you need to know that that thing that you're bonding over is going to go away.
Okay, so, what do we put on the sign? Why'd you hit the button?
Because it was part two of two.
All right,
Sorry, it's like
fine.
the episode's a little long. I apologize.
Uh,
All right.
Luke Lorenzo's Wicked Metal Art!
Well,
Okay. How about Artsy Fartsy Junk Art?
I mean, I like the alliteration. Did you see the
That was
Easter
pretty good.
event?
By Luke Lorenzo.
Yeah, just stand over there while I make the sign full of puns and fantasticism and 10 minutes
Only
later.
10?
Good job.
Oh.
Nice. And
Simple. Gotcha.
yeah, so people can read it while they're driving by, which is important, but also looking more professional attracts more larger clients.
The drippies is not cool.
Not appealing.
looking. Perfect! Maybe if I get a buyer, we can fix your tax problem.
Oh, right. No, you need to have money if Karen's going to be around more. When did we talk to him
Wait,
about
what?
We mentioned our tax problem, but have we mentioned that we're completely out of money to him? I'm trying to
No, he's like, no, she really went and like, it's a lot of money. No, there was a serious amount of weight to that. So guest culture for me, that would be a level of going like, you've implied that basically you have nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
that's what that, to me, like, that now that I think about it again, it probably, like, I think also in how Luke would take that is going like, you implied, and I'm reading into this, that you have nothing.
Yeah. All right, then we go.
I mean, you're probably right, but, I don't know. Did you think about my honey sale idea?
I haven't thought about making money off of my entire property at
At
all.
all.
I mean, well, it
I
can't
could rent out crap.
hurt. I could rent out pavilions. I could rent out the garden. I could rent out, even the little island.
Right.
Like, you could have so many events there. You could have weddings. You could have parties.
I
You
was
could have
about
all
to say
kinds of
wedding
stuff.
photo shoots, having
Uh-huh.
photographers.
A lot of photographers could use it. Man, people could fish in my pond because it's actually a huge freaking lake that runs into a river.
Right? There's a lot of options, honey.
It can't hurt.
Again, though, I'm still annoyed the fact is that she is an accountant.
Maybe I'll set up that later after we're done here. All right, so that'll be
Awesome.
it for this
And thank you
episode.
very much, guys, for joining us. We appreciate you being here. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you also want to go support us more directly, please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We got links down below. And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And please be safe during these corona times, social distance, care for yourself. If things seem overly challenging or more complex, try and be aware of the changes that have been made while you are stuck in the great indoors. And be safe when you're in the great outdoors.
True.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!